Hello friends, welcome to Akul Mic Live and I am Chandrakant. In this series, we are trying to understand the true meaning behind some of the powerful words in our language and the true meaning behind these words can improve our personality, can also improve our relationships with family and friends. Also, the true meaning of these words can impact our business in a positive way. Today we will discuss about these powerful words starting with alphabet D. Friends, the first word on our list is dreamer. Very powerful words. And when you say that dreamer is basically describes the entire persona of a person. If you are not a dreamer, you will not be aiming high. And to aim high, you have to always keep dreaming. So that is why dreamer is such a powerful word. And if you are a CEO of a business, you have to continue dreaming. Whether the dreams come true is a different matter. But if you are not dreaming, those dreams will not become ideas and those ideas will not fructify into reality. So it is important, the journey of any successful entrepreneur starts with having a dream. The next word is dynamic. Well, when you approach your family and friends, your prospects, your clients, your investor, you have to project that you are a dynamic person. And what is the meaning of dynamic? Being dynamic. Everybody says, "Hey, I'm dynamic," but does it really mean that you are dynamic? I think that is a very deep subject. But in order to describe what is dynamic, it actually means that even after you have left the room, you have moved away, you are in a different room altogether, you are in a different meaning, but people in the room remembers you by name and by your face. So being dynamic is so important. People remember a dynamic person, and that is why the word dynamic is very essential in order to impress others, impress your people who are going to invest in your company and so on. So that is why I urge that you must inculcate dynamic characteristics within you if you want to be successful as an entrepreneur. The third word of our discussion today is devotion. Devotion doesn't mean that you are a religious person. You have faith in some sort of religion. The way we want to describe devotion is that you are dedicated to the activity which you are embarked on. You have a project, you are very devoted to that project. You have a team, you are devoted to that team. You are doing a DIY project, you are devoted to that project. You are helping your child, you are devoted to your child, and you are devoted to everything that you do. And that is why devotion is such a big characteristic of your personality. When you basically run your organization, or if you are a team leader, having devotion towards your cause is the most important characteristic that you can inculcate in. And in fact, it's the seriousness of that activity. Suppose you are having fun with your team, you are completely devoted having fun, then you're not thinking about your work. When you're in office, you're completely devoted to your official time. If you're working on a project, you're completely devoted to the outcome of that project and you want to finish the project in flying colors. So friends, devotion is a very important character. It sounds trivial, but believe me, it's very important. So try to be devoted to whatever activity you are trying to take up in your life. Discover or discovery is usually used when you are actually trying to find something scientific or some sort of exploratory related activities where you discover new things, something which nobody was aware of, and if you find that, you stumble upon that, that is called discovery. But then how does help us in day-to-day life? How does discover or discovery helps us in our business? Well, believe it or not, in our business also you discover new things every day. For example, discovery could be the new requirement or the new transition your customer is going through, and you discover and you come out with a solution immediately, and that is how you stay relevant. Some events which are happening around you, you learn from those events. There is always a learning. So learning from such incidents can be called self discovery. So people say that you are self discovering every day, every moment. And moment, you say that, hey, I have discovered everything, there is nothing new that I need to learn. That is where the end of discovery would be, and that is where the end of any ingenuity that you have. So that is why you must inculcate or develop the habit of discovery every moment, every day of your life, till the time you live on this planet Earth. Friends, knowledge of the right direction is very, very important for your life, for your business, and for your trajectory in which you are basically taking your steps on day-to-day basis. So direction, another very powerful word starting with alphabet D, very, very important. You must have a direction in your life. You must not be erratic. Your actions must be explained and thought through. You cannot take a knee-jerk reaction and react to something which has just happened. That is why you should not have a directionless, as we say, life or any plan. If you draw a plan for your business or for any activity, it must translate into baby steps. Each baby steps will then translate into some sort of directions. So that is why direction starting with alphabet D is very powerful word. We must have direction of whatever activity, whatever actions we take, whatever we speak. Suppose we are making a speech, we must have a direction which way the speech is taking the audience, which way the effect of the speech will help us. And that is why direction is very powerful. Think about it, friends. Without direction, any action is futile. That is why must have a direction of all actions that you take in your life. Duty or being dutiful, it's something which is very, very critical for any serious leader. And the call of duty, as they say, is important. Well, you have to be dedicated to the activity that you are taking up. For example, it is your duty to reach your office on time. It is your duty to take care of your employees whenever they fall into a trouble. It is your duty to pay salaries on time. It is your duty to pay your vendors on time. And therefore, similarly, on your personal front, it is your duty to take care of your family. It is your duty to teach your children and also take care of them. It is your duty to take care of your father, your mother, your parents, your relatives. So duty has a far reaching effect. You can imagine very well. And people who are dutiful, or they're always thinking about what is their responsibility, they are always liked by people. Especially if you look at politicians, they're always duty bound to help their citizens. So similarly, if you are a manager, you are duty bound to help your team. If you're working for a company, you're duty bound to make sure that your company succeed and does not become a failure. Your actions cannot be counterproductive to the cause or the company or the group that you're associated with. So you have a duty, the sense of duty you must have. You have a duty to do whatever you're doing seriously. Another word starting with alphabet D is donate. Well, everybody wants to become rich, and one of the method of becoming rich is not to spend money, because money well spent, money well preserved. Well, the whole point in your life is that you can accumulate as much as you can, and your wants and needs keeps growing, because there is no end to it. There is no end to your wants. There is no end to your needs, because as long as you keep growing your wants and needs, you need a new car, you need a new pen, you need a new mobile device, because the 6 months back you bought a device which is not working, which is not attractive enough now. So you can keep increasing your requirements, and for which you need money. And that is when for you it is something which is important. However, your life, your working life is not more than 50 to 60 years. And therefore, the philosophical way of looking at is that you should also earn and give back to society. I'm not saying that you must donate everything, but you must have a habit of donation, because there are very underprivileged people also. There could be animal welfare, there could be environment related help people required. So if you have a habit of donation, it will keep your good will, your duty, as I explained in the previous section, really in the high morale. So develop the habit of donation, a bit of it, whatever you can donate, 5%, 2%, 10%, whatever you think is the right amount, you must inculcate a habit of donation. In fact, there are many governments who basically provide those facilities for organizations to contribute to society. So there are activities, SDG activities, which can be taken over. You can take over a school, you can take over expenses of underprivileged students, and whatever cause which is close to your heart, you must actually give it back to society. And therefore, our last word today is donate. So, friends, we have tried to understand the true meaning behind some of the very powerful words starting with alphabet D. Share your thoughts, send in your comments if you have, and thanks for watching. I will see you next time in the next show. Until then, I'd like to say goodbye for today.